Yesterday being the first day that she got to experience me on this paint horse in here up above her, most of my work yesterday was with this filly. She was, I'll just set it up like I had it yesterday. So I'd ride up here beside her like this, where old Princess 2.0 was facing one direction and the horse that I'm sitting on is facing the other direction. And I'd ride in here and I'd rub on her and I'd do all this. And that was me trying to get in here, rub on her, let her know that I ain't gonna hurt her. And then I could step to her like this, and I could start to build some control in that horse's hip, some steering up here through her nose with that lead rope, and I'd move her around like that. And we did a lot of that on both sides. What I'm gonna do today is kind of make this switch where now as I move around her, I'm gonna get her facing the same direction as me, and I'm gonna get this filly, old Princess 2.0, to walking forward with my horse. Over time, I'm gonna have her where she's trotting beside me, loping beside me. So as I step to her right here, I'm just setting it up to where I want her to keep me on her left side. And you can see I'm not pulling on the lead rope. I'm tapping her back here a little bit with my stick. There we go. And the goal was just to kind of use my stick to help her find some forward motion with her feet, like that. And then as she's walking forward, I can travel here next to her. I can get in here close. Whatever tool I'm using in my hand, I can have it draped up over her back on that off side, the opposite side I'm on. I can get in here close. I can take my foot in my stirrup and I can rub it down her rib cage, getting her used to that feel. Okay, she's gonna have to get used to that when she's wearing the saddle and I'm sitting on her. I can introduce her to all that stuff right here doing this. This is usually how it'll start when I make that process of getting them colts to switch where they're facing the same direction as me, and they find that forward. They have a tendency to start with them on the inside of my circle. Let me see if I can't get enough forward here to where maybe we'll change this circle a little bit. Where now I'm going to turn to my left and she's going to come around here to the left with me. Now she's going to be on the outside. This will be good for old Paint. She's not used to doing anything this slow. So at this stage, I'm thinking about getting this mare where she's going to be prepared to carry me as a rider. And it might be that I'm down here and I don't have another person to help me. So what I like to do with the tools that I'm going to use, and I'll do it with this stick and string, and I'll do it with that flag or that stick with that sack on it too. When I rub you with this stick, I'm just trying to show you that it's not going to hurt you, and to make sure there's no place that you're going to say, oh no, you can't touch me there. So when I'm rubbing, you can just relax. But when I add some rhythm to it, I'm going to teach my horses that rhythm right there is going to ask for some rhythm in their feet. And as soon as they bring some life up in their feet, that rhythm will go away. So I'll be able to use that when I get on. I might have a dressage whip in my hand. I might have a lariat rope in my hand. I might have this in my hand. Whatever I have, if I've taught that horse back here while I'm sitting on this other horse how to bring some life up in her feet off that rhythm, then I can use it. Now, I'm eventually going to transition that same rhythm down to my legs. But that makes it a whole lot easier when you crawl on one. If you don't have anybody to help you get them moving around the first time you get on them, you got to have something that can get them horses moving out. And if you've never taught them that, and then you crawl up there and you got to bring up a whole lot of life and energy to get them moving, then 9 times out of 10, when they leave that spot, they leave there scared because you had to get so darn loud to get them moving. And they're not in the frame of mind that they could be in if you would have just spent a little bit more time